for Tiger Talk, heard before each Salem Tiger baseball game with Stan Stevens and Coach Tony Edwards. Tiger Talk is being brought to you by Flying W Boutique and Looking Glass Salon with Alicia Watson, Candy Mink, and myself, Katie Carty. Now for Tiger Talk on KSMO Media.
On the Tiger Talk, Stan Stevens, Coach Tony Edwards, coach of Salem Tigers, took on the Mountain View Liberty Eagles last Thursday in a very key SCA game. Mountain View had the best of it for 6 innings. Let's make that 6.5 innings. And then the rains kind of dampened things for a while. Everybody had a chance to take their breath and get ready for that bottom of the 7th inning. And what a bottom of the 7th inning for the Salem Tigers, and a big comeback win. Coach, a much-needed win for the SCA, possibility of a title, but still just a big comeback win overall for the Tigers.
Yeah, it was. It was a huge game. We knew what was at stake, and like you'd said, we could not get anything rolling as far as the bats go. We made pretty good contact early in the game. We were just hitting it right at people. Where we were hitting it, they were, and it was just kind of fortunate we weren't really getting the breaks that we needed to early with the sticks. Pitching wise, yeah, it was one of those games where, Blake pitched well and kept us in it all the way through, and we just got a, unfortunate break with an error here and there, and it slipped away pretty quick after Roy come in, and like you said, it was down 5-0, and we stumbled into that lightning delay, and we were just trying to stay headstrong with it going to that bottom of that 7th inning, and we was able to come out with the win. So very proud of the players, very proud of the moment, and very excited to say the least.
Obviously, when you get a rally like that in the bottom of the 7th inning, Coach, first off, everybody says everything has to fall into place. But the players had to go up to the bat knowing you had to get guys on. You can't win down by 6 without getting guys on, and you get the walk by Barry, you get the base hit by Du Bois driving in a run, then you get Cade Mooney getting the base hit. You got Stevens comes up, he draws the walk. You had to have everything working just right to make that comeback, don't you?
Yeah, it was one of those situations where it didn't look pleasant at first. I believe Blake was leading off that inning. He drew a walk, and we came back with back-to-back pop-ups with 2 outs. And, that's one of those things where when you're down by 5 with 2 outs, your chances look slim, but, you don't ever lose hope. And that's what I preach to my players is, don't ever quit, give full effort till the very end. And we was able to get to, toward the top of the lineup and string some hits together consecutively. And, we was able to pull out a win. The funny thing about that game is, we've been lacking that big 2-out hit a lot this season. And we was able to do all of that in that bottom of the 7th inning with 2 outs. So it was good to see from the player's standpoint that we can, we can overcome some of that and win a big game like that. But that's definitely a game that those players are going to remember for a long, long time. I know I sure will.
And another key to that game is, Coach, you had lost 3 in a row going into that game. You were shut out by St. Clair just on Wednesday, and then you turn around and here it is Thursday. You hadn't scored for 6 innings, and you're going to the bottom of the 7th inning, and things just don't look good. But it all goes to show you that things can just change on a dime in baseball, can't they?
Yeah, it certainly can. We've been on both sides before where, we've had the leads of certain games and we've let them slip before, and just like vice versa on Thursday. It's baseball. We've talked about it time and time again. It's a game of inches. It's a mental game, and it's something you've got to try to stay positive within yourself and don't ever lose your confidence. And every pitch, every at bat's important, and you don't know when that big hit is going to come. But it certainly panned out for us, and was able to string some together for a big win.
So when you take a look at this game, the big comeback win over Mountain View Liberty keeps you in the running for the SCA title. You've got Ava, you got Thayer. We're all in this together. And a big game coming up today against Mountain Grove. Coach, you cannot rest on your laurels on any team in the SCA. We all know they can come up and bite you, can't they?
Oh, yeah. I've said that all year long. There's the thing about this season in the SCA is really anybody can kind of beat anybody on any given day this season. So, Mountain Grove is, not a toy to reckon with. They're going to put the ball in play. They always seem to have pretty solid pitching, find ways to get guys on the score. So, we're definitely not going to take them lightly. We got, just take it one pitch, one at bat at a time, and try to find a way to put the bat on the ball and let's keep those pitches down so we get that ground ball. So, yeah, it's a big key matchup today, but something we're going to have to be ready for sure.
And I know one of the things that the Tigers, and we hadn't done in quite a while, but last week we seemed to have some struggle fielding the ball and throwing the ball. And Coach, and I know you guys work on this all the time, but once that all just calms down, I think sometimes guys put a lot of pressure on themselves, and then they try and do just too much. And when they do that, then you see the results, and it's not usually a good result. And the Tigers seem, when they relax and they've just played their game, they just seem to play free and easy. And when they do that, they make the game look easy, don't they?
Yeah, that's something we talk about all the time. I tell the players, I just say, look, this game is hard enough to play as it is. Don't make it any harder on yourself. And I know a lot of these kids are, they're very competitive baseball players, and when they get in a funk, that it kind of gets to them. And I preach to the players all the time, let's work on our body language. Don't hang your head. Live for the other at bat and move forward, move past, because you don't, like you said, you don't, when you're going to get that key hit or that key pitch or make that key fielding play, and it could be it could have a big impact on the game. So yeah, it's something they have to overcome and overlook, is just to focus in and don't let the baseball beat themselves up mentally. So yeah, it's one of those that we're continually working on all the time.
And with a team attitude, hey, if a guy makes a mistake, hey, I'll pick you up. Don't worry about it. Well, let's just keep going forward. Don't worry about that one. We got you covered. It's that kind of attitude that creates winning baseball. And that's the same kind of attitude we saw Salem do earlier on the year. Kind of struggled with it last week a little bit because we compounded a few errors. But, all it takes is that snap, and you're right back in the game. And Tigers, they did that against Mountain View Liberty, Coach, and you're looking for that to continue this week.
Yeah, that's something you have to do as a team. If you're setting the foundation for a good, solid program like we have here in Salem, that's something we stress to our players is, if something goes wrong, pick someone else up. It's baseball. As good as you might be as a hitter, we always say this, you're only 1/9 of your offense. I don't care how good you are. So it's one of those things where, it's a team game, definitely. And, if a kid makes an error or a critical mistake, these players are recognizing, hey, man, it's okay. Check it off. Let's live for the other pitch and the other inning or the other at bat. So, yeah, these guys are starting to figure it out. Like I said, it's just we're getting toward the end of the season here, and we're starting to see some good baseball teams. So we've got to continue that, keep that going and growing as we approach the districts.
And I think we owe Grove this year one from last year. They kind of took that undefeated SCA season away from us in a very tight ball game last year. But, I think the Tigers owe Mountain Grove to this year, don't you?
Well, yeah, we always want to win every game, obviously. And, last year's defeat to Grove was a hard one to take. Had a chance to win outright, and we had to share it. But that was last year. New season, new team, new outlook. So, but yeah, that's going to be our primary focus, is to throw a lot of strikes and put the ball in play, and force the opposition to make the critical errors, and we'll see what happens. So, should be a pretty good ball game. Hopefully, we can squeak one out for a win.
All right, Coach. The very best today against the Mountain Grove Panthers today at the Salem High School Baseball Complex. Good luck, Coach.
All right, Stan. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Stay tuned. Tiger Baseball, Conference Baseball. It's next.
Thank you, Stan. That's been Tiger Talk with Coach Tony Edwards, brought to you as a courtesy of the Looking Glass Salon and Flying W Boutique. Stay tuned. Salem Tiger Baseball is next.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
Hi, I'm Susie Cahill, Director of Healthy Dent County Fitness Center. Are you looking for a place to begin your journey to better health? Come inside. Never in my life have I been in another atmosphere where everyone was so friendly and eager to help others. It's not just the staff, it's the members. They're so passionate about what they do and so excited to help you. If you're ready to begin your journey to better health, come by and see us.
Welcome to this KSMO Media broadcast of Salem Tiger Baseball. Today's game is brought to you by Town & Country Insurance, Tax Masters, Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, State Farm Insurance, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank, Stephen Patterson, Attorney at Law, Riverways Federal Credit Union, Healthy Dent County Prevention Coalition, K&H Auto Supply, Farm Bureau Insurance, Country Mart, the Bank of Salem, Napa Mooney Auto Supply, Your World Today, Town Screen, New Life Auto, Salem License Bureau, Legends Automotive, On the Spot Auto Glass, Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center, Jet Tire and Auto, The Technology Junkyard, American Family Insurance, United Country Real Estate, Southtown Furniture, Healthy Dent County, Ozark Overhead Door, Hubs Tire Center, Looking Glass Salon, Flying W Boutique, and Discount Bins of Salem. Thanks to those fine sponsors, we're able to bring you Salem Tiger Sports and community events right here on KSMO Media.
And we welcome you to Salem High School Baseball Field Complex, where today the Salem Tigers take on the Mountain Grove Panthers in a key SCA matchup after the Tigers, in improbable fashion last week on Thursday night, came back from a 5-0 deficit in the seventh inning and beat Mountain View 6-5 in the bottom of the seventh with 2 out. Yeah, pretty amazing stuff. But anyway, nonetheless, the Tigers still only 1 loss in the SCA, and they are in the driver's seat right now. They got Thayer coming in. Thayer lost to Ava last week. So Salem has beat Ava. Now they have Mountain Grove to play. And last year, we all know Mountain Grove beat Salem at Mountain Grove. Had to ruin the perfect SCA record. But the Salem Tigers still shared the SCA crown last year. But right now, that is about the best they can do with the 1 loss that they have. First off, I want to tell you thank you to Tiger Talk for the ladies at Flying W Boutique and Looking Glass Salon. They've been doing it all year. We thank Alicia, Candy, and Katie at 101 West 4th Street, downtown Salem. And they do a tremendous job down there. Stop on by and see them. And also, our intro to baseball and softball brought to you by United Country Salem Realty. Babette Wells, broker-owner, has done a tremendous job of supporting our Salem Tigers. Girls, boys, basketball, as well as football and volleyball. Thank you, Babette Wells, and the entire staff. United Country Salem Realty, 573-729-3148, or stop by 605 South Main. If you are video streaming with us, at the bottom of your screen, you're going to see a score bug magically appear. It just did. Thank you to Ozark Overhead Door. And, of course, Zane and his entire staff do an exceptional job with your garage door needs. Whether it's a brand-new garage door, repairs, preventive maintenance, a new spring, or even new openers. 314-243-9341. And during our broadcast, you'll see instant replays. They're brought to you by Hubs Tire Center. They have been really doing that all year long for all sports. Again, thank you to Derek and the entire staff, Randy, all of them down there at Hubs Tire Center. A 3-generation family-owned business, handling your tire needs, of course, but also state inspections and auto repair and so much more. 801 South Main Street, 729-5800. Let's give you our starting lineup for the Salem Tigers before we get to the national anthem, brought to you by Your World Today. And for the Salem Tigers, Silas DuBois will lead it off. He's doing the catching today. Kane Moody in center field bats second. Roy Stevens will play shortstop batting third. Corby Ball will be in left field. He'll be in the cleanup spot, while Cash Howard in right field bats fifth. Blake Edwards will take to the hill today. He'll be batting sixth. Briar Bobbin will be at first base batting seventh. Jackson Ralston at third base bats eighth. And Dan Berry will be today's DH. He'll be batting in the number 9 slot, while Kane Barrett plays second base for the Salem Tigers. That's the batting order brought to you by Your World Today. And for Mountain Grove, their leadoff man will be Sam Peterson. He'll be playing shortstop today. Trace Harker will be in left field batting second. Braden Hoy will be doing the pitching today. He'll bat third. Eli Golden doing the catching today, bats in the cleanup spot. Garrett Hutzel will be at first base. He'll be batting fifth. Caden Murphy will be doing the work at second base, batting in the 6th slot. Skip Thompson at third base, batting 7th. Brett Gardner is batting 8th. Let me see that just for a second. Thank you. And in the 9th spot, it is Destin Unger for the Mountain Grove Panthers, and Destin will be in center field for the Mountain Grove Panthers. So we get a little issue there at the same position twice. I have to assume one of those is going to be in right field. So I'm not sure which one. Well, no wonder why I had a issue with that. So nonetheless, so Destin Unger, he will either be, I should say Brett Gardner will either be in right field or at third base. We're not sure which. So we get ready for the opening lineups and the national anthem right here at KSMO Media. We're glad to have you along. We hope it's going to be a good day. I'd like to thank our sponsors that help bring you Salem Tiger Athletics, and that includes Technology Junkyard at 37,228 Highway 72. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6. And if you're looking for some refurbished monitors or refurbished computers, you can get them. Chris has them done with Windows 11 Pro. Yep, Windows 11 Pro. You can get them at a very good price. 573-453-0418. And if you need repair service for your TV or computers, he can also do that. Plus, if you have just old dead CPUs or monitors, he can take those in, and they also have repurposing services for your electronics as well. Technology Junkyard. Check them out today, 37-228 Highway 72 in Salem. Open 10 to 6 Monday through Friday. Call Chris 573-453-0418. Tell him you heard it, saw it on KSMO, and check that out on town screen too. And you'll see that.
He's playing number 24, Skip Thompson. He's playing third base, excuse me. Batting eighth, playing right field, number 8, Brett Gardner. And batting ninth, playing center field.
As right now, the Mountain Grove lineups are being announced. They are in their gray pants with the burgundy pinstripes, and for also the burgundy shirts with the white numbers. For the Salem Tigers, they'll be in their home whites with the Carolina blue jerseys with the white numbers and the white shoulder caps. On this absolutely perfect day for baseball, a little bit breezy, wind blowing directly in almost from center field again. So it's going to be a tough one to get the ball out. Now it's kind of moved a little bit toward blowing directly out of south towards the third base line. So it has shifted just a little, but the wind has been at about 15 to 20 miles an hour throughout the day today. Could have some effect on a fly ball into the outfield. Also like to thank our friends at Discount Bins at 1201 City Boulevard East in Salem. They are a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. Remember, they close on Thursday to restock, and then they open back up on Friday with some incredible values and a brand new inventory. And you can check things out over the weekend. And as the days go on and the products don't move, they get cheaper and cheaper all the way until they get rid of them on Wednesday at some incredibly low prices. Discount Bins, 573-453-2113. Discount Bins, a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. Key game for Salem against Mountain Grove. Always a fun matchup here. On whether it be here in Salem or at Mountain Grove, we always appreciate it. And right now, though, we're going to be taking a break to do our national anthem. We'll come back with the first pitch and so much more on your Monday afternoon right here from KSMO. We'll take a 90-second break and come back. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center in Salem is here for all of your veterinary needs. From your house cat to a herd of cattle, Dr. Cunningham and her expert staff are here to help. Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center is committed to providing your animals with the highest level of care and support. Schedule an appointment today for checkups, boarding, surgery, supplies, or even 24/7 emergency services for established clients. Stop by or call in today and get the veterinary care that your pets deserve.
Progressive Ozark Bank is proud to announce a better way to manage your debit card fraud alerts. Instead of a phone call, customers will receive a message on their text-enabled numbers if there is a concern on a debit card transaction. It's fast and easy. Want to find out how you can get fraud text alerts on your phone? Drop by or call Progressive Ozark Bank for more information. Progressive Ozark Bank, FDIC insured, where people matter.
Every project is different, which is why Salem Truss uses modern engineering software to design, then construct quality trusses for your home, barn, or business. The size of the job doesn't matter, but the quality of the work does, which is why Salem Truss will deliver their trusses anywhere. Proud to support the Salem community, they're open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 to 4:30 and Friday from 7:30 until 11. For more information, call Salem Truss at 729-9276. As we come back, Salem High School Baseball Field Complex, 7-11. Mountain Grove is on the season, 2-4 in the SCA Conference. Salem 8-5-1 on the season, and again, they're coming off that incredible comeback win. They right now 4-1 in the SCA Conference with 2 SCA games remaining today, and then Thursday's rescheduled game against Thayer. Now we are looking at some weather this week, and we'll keep you posted on any changes that we know of. Salem is supposed to be at Sullivan tomorrow. And that's kind of a pre-district seeding matchup. Always a good game there at Sullivan. So hopefully get that game in. But then Thursday again, that's the Thayer game. We'll just have to wait and see how the weather does hold or not hold as we get closer and closer as get to the end of the season. Not much room left to reschedule these games. So have to get it in. No doubt about that. Blake Edwards takes to the hill as Silas DuBois back behind the mound. We'll set the infield for you. Briar Bobbitt at first base. Kane Barrett over at second. It's Roy Stevens at short. Jackson Ralston at third base. In right field, it's Cash Howard. Out in center, Cade Moody. And in left, Corby Ball. Top of the inning brought to you as a courtesy of your friends at American Family Insurance. Yep, the agent there is Mr. Jonah Schaefer, 573-729-5156. Give him a call. And for any discounts you might want for being a good driver, yeah, they're available. Also, senior discounts. And we've all heard the term bundling. Well, that's available right there at American Family Insurance, 1104 South Main Street in the Crossroads Shopping Center. Let's get this one underway. Big SCA game today. Hope you're enjoying Salem Tiger Sports on KSMO Media, 1340 AM 95.7, and also video or audio streaming on KSMO Media, which is KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream, Facebook, and KSMO YouTube. Sam Peterson stands in. Blake Edwards, he's ready. Silas DuBois the sign. The first one of the day comes home. Here it is, and a swing and a chopper towards first. Doesn't get much easier than that. Briar Bobbitt steps on the bag for the out. The check swing. Peterson didn't mean to do it. Tried to check his swing. Did they call it a foul ball? Well, I guess they called it a foul ball. Peterson's back in there. I didn't see where the foul ball was unless I sure didn't see it. I don't know. Pitch is high and outside. I have no idea. Pitch a strike on the outside corner. We're all still befuddled. I have no idea. It looked like he tried to check his swing. And the pitch from Edwards comes in, a chop foul to the left side. So we are assuming that first pitch was called a foul ball. Because number one is still at the plate, and that is the leadoff man. And so pitch comes in, and that's a little bit high, 3-2. Umpire's not helping us out at all. 3-2 pitch comes home. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. First out of the inning.
Now batting number 21, Trace Harker.
So I have no idea. None of us do. We have a pretty good view of it. It just looked like he checked his swing unless time had been called. I can't see that, but anyway, maybe it had. Anyway, one down here on the top of the first inning. All the excitement and buildup goes into confusion. Swing and a miss on a high fastball by Edwards. That's baseball for you. Braden Hoy on deck. Harker, their left fielder, right-handed batter deep in the box. The pitch comes in off speed on the inside corner. Took a little something off that one. It broke inside on the edge, and it's quickly 0-2. Next one from Edwards, a fastball high. Blake wants to make sure he get that whole Cardinal game in. He's in a hurry. 1-2 count. Here comes in the dirt. 2-2. Sometimes Blake gets in a rhythm. He really gets going good, but sometimes he gets a little too fast. 2-2 to count. One down. The pitch coming home to Harker. That's high, ball 3. An 0-2 count. Now to 3-2. Tigers straight away for this hitter. Give him a bit of right center. The pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 strikeouts in the inning. See, the Tigers thought that first guy was out too. It is a mess out here. And as the umpires don't even really know what's going on. This is a mess. Because Peterson would ground it out on a check swing. They allowed him to come back to the plate. So unless that's batting out of order, and if that is the case, then this hitter would be out as well. So the umpires are now talking about it. Salem thinks they have 3 outs. I would have thought they had 3 outs, but Sam Peterson, who grounded out to first on a check swing, then came back to the plate and batted again. And if that is the case, then the Mountain Grove Panthers batted out of order, and Hoy would be out automatically. So we'll have to see what the umpires call here. So I have no idea what they're going to do here, and they're going to have to confer with the coaches because this is a mistake. It's a mistake that the home plate umpire more than likely should have caught. They'll see the same batter was back in there again after if an out was recorded. So if that is the case, then again, Mountain Grove is batted out of order. And then Braden Hoy would automatically be out as Peterson came back to the plate. Again, we were confused up here. Got no relief from the umpire. And so they're now trying to discuss it amongst the coaches right now. Tony Edwards out there, Mountain Grove coach out there as well. They're all discussing this, but if that is the case, then the Mountain Grove Panther player batted out of order. Came back to the plate and batted again. So that's the issue at hand right now. Don't forget, a lot more action going on. I want to tell you that our Salem baseball Tigers again are scheduled to be at Sullivan tomorrow, 4:30 game time right here on KSMO Media, 1340 AM, and we'll be audio streaming that game if it is played. And our Salem Lady Tigers tomorrow will be at Stoutland, and that game also at 4:30. And again, that will be at Stoutland tomorrow. Salem Tigers have that makeup game with Thayer scheduled for May 1st. And that game will be here at 4:30. And we'll have that one on KSMO AM 1340 FM 95.7 and video streamed at KSMOradio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube. Again, that's all kind of weather permitting at this time, as it does appear that we're going to have some rain in the area on Tuesday and into Wednesday as well. So will the field be ready to go by Thursday? So the Tigers defense is all huddled around out second base. They have no idea what's going on. And the umpires are delaying this game out a lot longer than need be. If you bat it out of order, it's automatic. It's not even questionable.
Oh, they're starting to break up. I don't know what's going to happen. Welcome back to Panther Baseball.
So we're assuming that 2 are out.
We got 2 outs now, which we should be right. So
But again, I do believe
It's 2 outs now. Oh, they got messed up. I don't know the explanation because they didn't give it.
So they're going to say 2 out. They're going to go back to.
Now, 2 outs, number 11, Brayton Hoey.
So here's the issue. If he batted out of order, it's an automatic out. Hoy would be out. It would automatically. But the officials are not recognizing that. I don't know who sent Peterson back to the plate. First pitch is low and away from Edwards, and that's kind of disrupting after a very strong Edwards start. Get the first 2 on strikeouts, then have all this disruption. So 2 out here in the first inning. Pitch to Hoy, comes home inside, almost grazed him, but just missed on the fastball. 2-0. Partly cloudy skies today and a great afternoon for baseball as the pitch comes in low, and that's ball 3. So again, Blake Edwards now out of his rhythm due to all this controversy. His responsibility, the home plate umpire, to know who's at the plate. He did not. 3-0 pitch comes home, and that's a strike on the outside corner. Kind of gave him a strike there. 3-1 to count. Braden Hoy, he'll be on the hill today for Mountain Grove. A pitch, and that's a strike on the outside edge. Blake trying to come back, looking for something off speed here. As Hoy's right on top of the plate, the pitch comes home, and a swing and line drive. That's a base hit in center field. Looked like a slider by Edwards, and it broke right back over the middle of the plate. Good job by Hoy to pull the hands in and line that ball up the middle for a 2-out single. And Eli Golden, their catcher, will stand in. Golden, right-handed batter. Stands in. Man on first, 2 out now for Mountain Grove, top of the first inning. He smooths out the batter's box, gets back in. He's on top of the plate as well. Edwards checks the runner, brings it home. Fastball high and away. Ball 1. Ralston even with the bag at third. Straight away on the infield, a pitch outside low as Hoy gets a big lead. Could have stolen second base as Edwards didn't even look. It's a big lead. Line drive, base hit left, right field. Went with the pitch. Golden grounds that over there. No, and Howard throws it to third base. That's a mistake, and it's going to allow the runner to go to second base. No way Cash Howard is going to throw that man out, and he commits an error to allow Golden to go to second. Oh, he had too good a jump. Cash got the ball and then threw it, and Ralston couldn't handle it, and the ball goes to the fence, even though Hoy didn't try and score. Puts 2 runners on in scoring position. Garrett Hutzel stands in. Big right-handed batter playing first base. The pitch from Edwards. That's a strike. As an outfield, you have to concede that guy to keep the force at second base. The pitch comes home, gets away, coming through, play at the plate maybe, and the throw is horrible from Du Bois, and it goes past Edwards way to the third base side. The wild pitch allows the run to score. They had a good chance at getting Hoy, but Cy threw the ball way to the right-handed batter's box, and Edwards, who came in, had no chance to catch that ball. Golden now at third base. 1-0 Mountain Grove. Pitch comes home. It's in the dirt. Knocked down by Du Bois. 2-1. So Edwards was cruising along, and then the controversy. And since then, Mountain Grove has 2 hits and a run. Pitch from Blake comes home. Swing and a miss. Good pitch up high in the zone. And Hutzel swang right through it. 2-2 to count, 2 down. Run is in, man at third base, 2 down. Edwards the stretch, the pitch, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Edwards, but a run on 2 hits, 1 error, and there was 1 man left. We have now played a total of 1/2 inning. It's Mountain Grove 1, Salem coming to bat. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Southtown Furniture. Southtown, where the bargains are. We've got everything from furniture to appliances. Quality floor covering. We won't be undersold, you'll see. To you, that is our guarantee. Southtown Furniture, where the bargains are.
We welcome you back to the bottom of the first inning. Salem Tigers, after just a really weird start to the game, trail 1-0 going to the bottom of the first inning. It'll be top of the order. Silas DuBois, Cade Moody, Roy Stevens. Mountain Grove has struggled this year, getting up a lot of runs in a lot of games, but the Tigers are going to have to put the ball in the bat. Thank goodness the throw from right field didn't cost Salem any more than it already did. One nothing Mountain Grove. They got a couple of hits with 2 outs after Blake Edwards just started the game out dynamite. But a missed call by the umpire, a missed call by no call. They didn't even recognize what was going on. That's the sad part. Hopefully we'll get back to normal here. Silas DuBois to lead it off. Sybat's left-handed, does the catching for the Salem Tigers. Had one of those big key hits in the 7th inning last Thursday, driving a run, and that big comeback win. So Brain Hoy will pitch, tall right-hander, brings it in. The fastball is a little bit low. Straight away in the outfield, wind blowing in from right center, and the pitch gets away from the catcher. First strike off the edge of the glove. 1-1 the count. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Infielders pretty much straight away for DuBois. Pitch comes in, ball almost hit him on a fastball. At third base, Skip Thompson plays in on the grass. Otherwise, straight away at short, Peterson plays there. First base, Garrett Hutzel, and Murphy at second base. Pitch coming to DuBois. Fastball, check swing. He went around. 2-2. In the outfield, Unger in center, Gardner in right. In left field, it's Harker. Golden behind the plate, and the pitch comes in. A swing and a miss, and DuBois down on strikes. First strikeout by Hoy, and standing in is Cade Moody. Silas has struck out quite a few times this year. Got that longer swing. Standing in Moody. Moody from the right side waits. The pitch comes in. That's low and away. Moody had a key hit in that 7th inning last week as well. Fly ball that eluded the left fielder. 1-0 count comes in. A fastball on the outside corner, first strike. Hoy, the sign from Golden, brings it low and away. 2-1. Fastball into dirt. It's a great Monday afternoon, running out of the month of April. Not much time left. Moody waits. Pitch outside on the corner for a strike. Ball just nicked the black, according to the umpire. And it's a 2-2 count. Pitch to Moody coming home. Fastball, a foul off the end of the bat. 1-0 Panthers. We're in the top, I should say bottom of the first inning. Bottom of the inning. Brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. That fastball is high. Your friends at Farm Bureau Insurance, of course, Willie Strader is your agent, can help you with all types of insurance, auto, home, life, business, umbrella insurance, and more. 729-4941. Call Willie or see him 1414 West Cinegrers Boulevard. And a swing and a miss by Moody and one up and away. Second strikeout for Hoy, and Roy Stevens will stand in. Tigers are going to have to make contact with the ball to get on base here. Hoy has been very good around the plate. Stevens, right-handed batter, to slightly open stance. Takes it right down the middle for a strike. We're at the bottom of the first inning, 1-0 Panthers. Stevens likes to go low. Corby ball's on deck. We're in the first inning here at Salem. A breezy but pleasant day here in Dent County. As the pitch comes in from Hoy, swinging a miss. That one down and in. Took a little something off that. Braden Hoy ready. The sign from Golden. And the 1-2 comes home. Swinging a high foul off to the left side. Way out of play. Ball up and in, and Roy jumped on it, but got out in front. Big hole in right center for Roy if he can plug that gap. Hoy brings home the next one. A swing and a miss. He struck out the side. Tigers go down in order 1, 2, 3, and we go to the top of the second inning with Mountain Grove leading at 1-0. We'll come back in a minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
It's officially home buying season and the market is heating up. Buying a home is a huge decision and where to get your home loan is just as important. Don't buy your home without checking into Riverways Federal Credit Union's great rates and service. Riverways is not for profit and has more ways to say yes, and you can apply in less than 5 minutes. Need a pre-approval to help seal the deal? We've got you covered. Get started at Riverways FCU today. Riverways Federal Credit Union, located in Rolla, Salem, and Cuba.
Your legacy. Protect it, prosper, and pass it on. Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, specializes in real estate, estate planning, probate, family law, and business law. A Salem native, Stephen Patterson provides comprehensive representation to clients throughout southern Missouri. If you need assistance, contact Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, at 573-453-2529.
And welcome back. We are going to the top of the first inning. For our Mountain Grove, who leads at 1-0, it'll be Murphy, Thompson, and Gardner. A 2-out single by Hoy. An Eli Golden single to right field, and Hoy went to third, and Golden went to second on a throwing error by Cash Howard. And then on a wild pitch, Braden Hoy came home. Silas DuBois had a play, but his throw was way off line to the plate for the charging Blake Edwards. Fortunately for Salem, Gold didn't keep coming around because he could have scored. So Murphy stands in. The pitch, that's on the outside corner for a strike. Straightaway infield and outfield for this hitter. Caden Murphy, the pitch. There's a chopper towards second base. Barrett fields on the short hop, and he throws him out. 4-3 on the put out, and Skip Thompson will stand in. Top of the inning brought to you by American Family Insurance Agent Jonah Schaefer, 729-5156. Call in with any insurance questions you might have. Jonah Schaefer, your local American Family Insurance Agent. Pitch coming home outside, a little bit too far outside for Skip Thompson and the umpire as well. Ball one. Cardinal baseball from Cincinnati tonight. We'll join that game right after the conclusion of Tiger baseball on KSMO Radio. 2-0 to count to Thompson. Brett Gardner waits on deck. Blake Edwards on the hill for Salem. Reddy brings it in way high, 3-0. We're in the top of the second. 1-0 Panthers. As Edwards checks, brings it home. That ball's on the outside corner, the delayed call by the umpire. The call to almost automatic, and that one truly has been today. 3-1 pitch comes home. Up and in, ball 4. Not even close. So Brett Gardner will stand in. Gardner playing right field today. Gardner wears number 8 on the burgundy Panther shirt. They give him right center field as Moody cheats over toward left center a bit. Throw to first base. Back easily is Thompson. Gardner waiting up in the front part of that batter's box. Pitch comes in for a strike on the outside corner. Good pitch by Edwards. Big hole in that right side where Briar Bobbin is holding on the runner, Skip Thompson. Baird cheats a little bit that way. The pitch way outside and low. Good scoop there by Silas. 1-1 to count, 1 out. We're in the second inning. 1-0 Panthers. From the stretch, Edwards checks, looks, brings it high. 2-1. Blake looks at first, checks the runner. Briar Bobbin holding him on there. Now brings it home in the dirt. Nice stop there again by Dubois, and Blake is searching for it. He can't find it, can't find that release point. 1 out, 1 on. We are in the second inning. He just walked Thompson, and Gardner swings and misses on a high fastball. 3-2. Gardner back in. Again, the front part of that batter's box. The 3-2 pitch and a foul off to the right side. Very late swing on that. Destin Unger waits on deck. Breezy afternoon here in Denton County with the wind blowing directly out of south. It's into the dugout of the Salem Tigers, right in their face. The 3-2 pitch coming home. Here it is, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out with a high fastball. And Unger will stand in. A ground out, a walk, a strikeout, 2 down. Runner at first base is Skip Thompson, and Destin Unger, right-handed batter, stands in to face Blake Edwards. The right-hander for the Salem Tigers from the stretch. Throws to first base. Back easily is Thompson. Unger waits patiently. First pitch comes to him. Showed a bunt, took a strike. A little bit of a gap in right center for Unger, who's got very good speed. Pitch comes home, an off-speed pitch, and that stays high, inside. 1-1. Again, Unger started to pull the bat down. Ralston now cheats an extra step or two. Edwards looks at the runner at first. Not going. The pitch taken high. And it's 2-1. Du Bois thought about going down to first base. 2 down. We're in the top of the second inning. 1-0 Panthers. The pitch comes home. Pitch in for a strike there, and it's 2-2. Ralston will scoot back a step or two back to the grass, but I wouldn't count on this guy not trying to bunt with 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch comes home, and it's in the dirt, and it gets away from Du Bois, and down to second base goes Thompson. Ball in the dirt, went off his shin guard back to the backstop. Well, Thompson gets the free base on the wild pitch. And it's a 3-2 count to Unger, top of the order, and Peterson waits on deck. Pitch comes home, strike 3 call right down the middle, and Unger took it, and he is called out. 5th strikeout of the day for Edwards, and the Panthers do not score in the second. No runs, no hits, a walk, a man left. We've now played an inning and a half. We go to the bottom of the second inning with the Salem Tigers trailing it by a score of 1-0. Back in a minute, Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
With tax season fast approaching, you might have some questions that you need answered. If so, give the Tax Masters a call. They have over 40 years of experience and can handle all types of accounting services plus certified e-filing. Don't ever let yourself be a slave to the IRS. Come and see Jackie or Beth at Tax Masters, located at 107 West 4th Street here in Salem, or call 729-3001.
Love to thank our sponsors making it possible for us to bring you Tiger Baseball, like Legends Auto at 500 West City Girls Boulevard, right there at the corner of MacArthur 3272. Remember, graduation's coming up. Also, spring vacations are coming up. And, of course, you might want to get your vehicle ready. Get the Legends Auto, 573-729-2884, 573-729-2884. Proud to support your Salem Tigers. Want to know the count? Sam Peterson waits. The pitch comes from Hoy as his hat blows off. And it's a little bit high for a ball. I mentioned how breezy it is with that wind blowing in from the southeast. Not blowing directly in on the hitter, but pretty much blowing directly toward the Salem dugout. And a swing and a miss by Corby Ball. Cash Howard will follow, and then Blake Edwards. Second inning, Hoy has struck out the side in the first inning. Tigers haven't even hit the ball yet. Next one comes home, and there's a swing and a miss. Braden Hoy. Right-hander, tall right-hander, gets back ready, and the pitch coming to Ball. That's a little bit low. It goes back to the screen, 3-2. Ball gets back in. He waits. The pitch comes home low, ball 4. And Corby Ball will take the walk, and Cash Howard will stand in.
Now batting number 19, Cash Howard.
Cash Howard got the big hit on Thursday to drive in the game tying and winning runs in the left center field. They play him very shallow in left, and that could be a mistake. Cash does have some pops to the left side and fairly shallow all around the outfield. Pitch from Hoy comes in, a swing and a miss. Good cut by Howard. Blake Edwards on deck, runner at first base. Big hole in their right side as they try and keep Corby Ball close. Hoy looks in, the sign from Golden. The 0-1 comes home, and the dirt goes back to the screen and down to second base. Corby Ball will just jog, doesn't have to hustle too hard. Ball hit the chain link fence behind the catcher and just kind of died there. Tying run at second base, nobody out. We're in the second inning. Hoy from the stretch, looks, checks, brings it to Howard, swinging a foul off to the left side, 1-2. The second baseman Murphy trying to keep the runner close. Pitch comes home. Howard fouls it again off to the left side, reaching for that pitch. It's all right-hander. Hoy gets back up on top of the hill. He looks in and gets the sign. Runner second base is Corby Ball. Howard ready, and the pitch comes home. Swing and a miss on one up in his eyes. Cash chased it. He's down on strikes. Good fastball by Hoy, but that pitch was too high to really do much with. Cash Thought he could handle it. Could not. And swung right through it. And Blake Edwards will stand in. Runner at second base. 1 down now. Howard did not move the runner over. And now Hoy brings it home in the dirt. Ball 1. Tiger Field in excellent shape on this Monday afternoon. The 1-0 with ball at second base coming home. High, 2-0. Briar Bobbitt's on deck for the Salem Tigers. There's 1 out. We're in the bottom of the second inning. 1-0 in favor of the Panthers. A first inning run. Hoy's next one. That's fastball high again. Ball 3. Third baseman Thompson about 3 steps behind the bag at third. 3-0 pitch comes home. Ball 4 up high and tight. And Edwards really had no pitches to even swing at it at bat. Briar Bobbitt will stand in. Briar, right-handed batter, brings a few baseballs with him to the umpire.
Courtesy running for the Tigers, number 1, Luke Christensen.
Luke Christensen will come in and he'll run for Edwards. One out, runners at first and second with Bobbitt at the plate. Briar early in the year especially went to right field quite a bit. Let's see if he can get one up off Hoy in that direction. The pitch comes home outside. Just a little bit too far outside, ball 1. Fastball by Braden. Missed the edge. He's pitching from the first base side of the rubber. The 1-0 pitch, way high back to the screen, and that'll send the runners to second and third. Another wild pitch. Ball moves to third base, and Christensen moves down to second for Bobbitt. 2-0 to count, 1 down. A fly ball of any depth should get home ball. Pitch comes in. That's in for a strike right down the middle. Knees high. Bobbitt looked like he was taking all the way. Infield, straight away to pitch and a swing and a miss. Bobbitt chopped down on that one, missed it. And it's 2-2. Jackson Ralston on deck. 2 on, 1 out. The 2-2 pitch to Bobbitt. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on an inside fastball. Right under the hands of Briar Bobbitt, and Jackson Ralston will stand in. Ralston wiggles that bat as he chokes up just a tad bit. Pitch comes home, a fastball and a chopper toward the right side. Second baseman comes in, bobbles it, and he is safe at first base. Christensen stopped at third for whatever reason, and the game is tied as Ralston beats it out. It'll be an error on the second baseman. Murphy bobbled that ball, and that was enough to allow Ralston to get in there. He dove over the bag, and the umpire called him safe. But Christensen, for whatever reason, stopped at third base, as even the third baseman had come down to about the pitcher's mound, so he could have come all the way that far, but he did not. And the catcher was up the line too. So Dan and Barry will stand in. It's 1-1 our score with 2 down for Barry. Runner first base is Ralston. At third is Christensen. Pitch comes home way outside with a fastball. Ralston at first base. Big hole in that right side. Christensen a very short lead at third. Pitch comes home. Swinging a chopper right back to Hoy. He has it to throw to first base in time to retire the side. 1 run on no hits, 1 error, and 2 left. We've now played 2 innings. It's 1 for Mountain Grove, 1 for Salem. We'll come back in a minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
Welcome back. We go to the third inning. Top of the third inning brought to you as a courtesy of American Family Insurance agent Jonas Schaefer. And it's 1-1 our score. 729-5156, the number to call at the Crossroads Shopping Center. Visit Jonas there for all your insurance needs. We go to the top of the order. I guess we'll call him Double Bat Sam Peterson stands in. He got to make 2 outs. He stands in, takes a strike. Sam first grounded out, and then he struck out. So I don't know how that all works, but anyway, he stands in. He struck out his first time up officially. Takes that one low, 1-1. Peterson, Harker, and Hoy coming up to the plate here in the third inning. 1-1 our score. Salem without a hit, but they tied the game. 2 hits for Mountain Grove. Pitch comes in, a pop fly on the infield. Bobbitt comes in. That wind's blowing that ball away from him, and he can't make the catch. He never touched it. But again, a pop-up on the infield, and Salem has struggled with pop-ups this year. They have in the last few years. Wind is definitely blowing in, so you know the ball's not going to go over your head. But Breyer just couldn't get there. That pitch missed on the outside edge, 2-2. Edwards ready, brings it way high, 3-2. Even though that ball's not classified as an error, it really puts an extra strain on the pitchers. And the 3-2 pitch comes home. It's low ball 4. So the missed pop fly by the Salem Tigers, opportunity there. Now puts a man on base.
Now batting number 21, Trace Parker.
Yeah. Sam doesn't get 2 tries at it. He's on first.
And that wind blowing in from the south toward the dugout. Trace Harker stands in. The pitch, runner going and swinging a high fly ball to center. Moody is there. Sunglasses beating that sunshine. And back to first base goes Peterson. I think he had that base stolen, but Harker flew out to center. And Braden Hoy will stand in. He singled his first time right up the middle.
Now batting number 11, Braden
We're actually in chairs inside. We're not sitting on a rock or something.
Hoy singled, end up scoring on a wild pitch with the third on a base hit by Golden. 1 out, the pitch comes home, man. Pitch outside, throw to second base, and he's safe. Throw by Silas DuBois. Made it very close, but Peterson just got in. Lead run at second base, 1 out for Hoy. Pitch from Edwards. Swinging a high pop fly right side. It's going to go out of play. 1-1 to count. Blake Edwards on the hill for the Salem Tigers. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. Pitch comes home. Ball on the outside corner makes it 1-2. Good fastball by Edwards. Painted that black. Hoy cheats up on that plate. And the 1-2 pitch comes home. Here it is. High and away. 2-2. Blake quickly back on the hill, gets with Silas DuBois and gets the sign. Barrett and Stevens jockeying at second base. The pitch comes home. It's low. And it's 3-2. Golden is on deck. 3-2 the count. Peterson with good speed at second base. Braden Hoy waits. And the pitch. Swinging a chopper towards Stevens. On a short hop. He has it. Throw to first in time. And going to third base was Peterson. Ball's hit behind him. And Coach Edwards going to come out and talk to his hurler. Runner at third base with Golden up. He may want to walk him. Eli probably one of their better hitters.
That's going to do it for Edwards. As that does it for Edwards, we're going to send it back to the studio for a word from our great sponsors on Home of Panther Baseball, Big Country 99.
So that is actually going to be it for Blake Edwards. He gets the start today, goes a couple innings, and Stevens will come in to pitch.
Roy Stevens changes into the field. Edwards will go to second base. Barrett will go to shortstop.
So Edwards now will go here in the top of the third inning to second base. Stevens, who's going to come in here to pitch, will be replaced by Kane Barrett. So he'll now be playing in the sixth slot. So the infield now will be Bobbitt at first base, Edwards at second, Stevens at short. Stevens at pitch, Barrett at short, and then at third base, Jackson Ralston. After the changes. No change to the outfield. So Stevens will continue to warm up here. So Edwards finishes with 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, gave up a run. It was earned in the first, and he's responsible for the man at third base. So Eli Golden will stand in. Golden right-handed batter singled his first time. Tigers in the third inning will have the top of their order up. Du Bois, Moody, and Stevens. 1-1 our score right now. We're in the top of the third inning. I'd like to thank Salem License Office, being a proud supporter of Salem Tigers, 1104 South Main Street. We've been telling you, Real ID becomes real on May 7th. Make sure you got yours. If you want to find out what information you need for it, call 729-8305. The Real ID at the Salem License Office. And time had been called. Our balk has been called on Stevens. A balk has been called, and Mountain Grove will take a 2-1 lead. So Stevens has a balk called. I don't know what he did. It looked like he was, but he's called for a balk, and a fastball's high. So no pitch. The balk brings in the run. It's 2-1 Mountain Grove. He's working from the stretch, but he has to make a distinctive pause. Maybe he did not do that with the man at third base.
1 ball, 1 strike. Eli's aggressive.
Golden waits and fouls it off the edge of the bat. 2 strikes and 1 ball on him. 2 runs earned, given up by Edwards now because of the balk. 1-2 count comes home, and a swing and a miss. And the ball juggled and dropped and then caught, thrown out by Silas Du Bois to Briar Bobbitt. So down on strikes goes Golden, 2-3 on the putout. First strikeout for Stevens, but Mountain Grove takes the lead on a balk called here with a runner at third base and 2 down, and they lead it by 1, 2-1. So in that inning, 1 run, no hits, no errors, a balk, and nobody left. We've now played 2.5. To the bottom of the third we go with Mountain Grove on top, 2-1. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
It's only because of our incredible sponsors we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events. A couple of those sponsors include Discount Bins in Salem. Discount Bins has truckloads of new merchandise each week, and the prices drop every day until they're gone. Jet Tire and Auto, Salem's only licensed Lucas Oil Service Center. Drive in today at 800 South Park Avenue right here in Salem. Thanks to these fine sponsors, we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events.
Welcome to Salem, Missouri, where the charm of the past meets the beauty of the Ozarks. At United Country Real Estate, we're proud to serve the heart of southern Missouri, connecting buyers and sellers across Dent, Phelps, Texas, and surrounding counties. Whether you're looking for a country home, historic property, or recreational land, our local experts live the lifestyle they sell. Contact us today at 573-729-3148 and discover the perfect place to live, work, and play with United Country Real Estate in Salem, Missouri.
And welcome back for the bottom of the third, bottom of the inning, brought to you as a courtesy of Farm Bureau Insurance. Willie Strader, your agent. Remember, renters, you need insurance too. Make sure you got it. If you're a renter and you don't have insurance, get in touch with Willie. 1414 West Scenic Ridge Boulevard, or call 573-729-4941. Don't let those contents get damaged and you have no insurance. Willie Strader, Farm Bureau Insurance in Salem. I'd like to thank Jet Tire and Auto at 800 South Park Avenue for being a proud supporter of your Tigers. If you need tires, off-road accessories, or even those custom wheels, they have got them. Jet Tires and Auto, 573-729-3650, Jet Tires and Auto. Top of the order, Silas DuBois stands in. He struck out his first time up. 2-1, Panthers on top. The pitch, swinging a straight miss on a good fastball. Boys back in, slightly open stance on the left side. Pitch comes home. Inside and a little bit low. Boys at number 5 on his back. Bang on the left side. Tigers with 2 left-handed batters in their starting lineup. He and Cash Howard. Now time is called. Cheating in at third base is Thompson. And a 1-1. Outside off the plate, 2-1. We're in the bottom of the third inning with Mountain Grove leading it by a run. Pitch from Hoy comes home, and there's a line drive towards center field. And Unger makes the catch. Ball seemed to sail a little bit on him on a line out to center. But Unger came in, ball hit right at him. Sometimes that's the hardest one to judge. So nobody on, 1 out, as Cade Moody, who struck out his first time up, stands in. They give him right center, very shallow in the outfield. Cade has a little bit more pop in his bat than you think. Pitches a high fastball by Hoy. Deep at first base. That's Hutzel. Foul back on a high fastball. Again, a third baseman Thompson, even with the bag, maybe a half step in front. Braden Hoy, tall right-hander. Been firing a lot of smoke today. The pitch comes home, and there's a fly ball in the right field down the line. And waiting and making that catch is Brett Gardner. And there's 2 down. Moody flies out to right, and stepping in is Stevens, who struck out his first time. Stevens has a couple homers this year. 2-1 pitch comes, I should say, with a 2-1 score. First pitch to Stevens, a strike. 0-1 to count. Ball's on deck. Pitch comes in. There's a line drive in the left field. That ball is going to get past the left fielder. That should be a double, maybe a triple. Stevens makes the turn at second, but he'll hold up there. As a line drive eluded the left fielder out there, as Harker went directly to his right, but couldn't catch it. Ball sailed by him and checked up in the outfield grass, and now Ball will stand in with a tying run at second base. That ball is up and in, and Roy lashed it into left field. Got that lead hand up the top, on top, got that bat around and drilled it in the left. Ball walked and scored his first time up. 2-out pitch comes home. Fastball for a strike. Harker, as I mentioned, shallow and left. That ball was catchable for him, but It was just a little bit down the line. He could not get to it. Pitch comes home, another fastball on the outside edge, and this one makes it 0-2. Big hole in that right side as their second baseman Murphy trying to keep Stevens close at second base. Hoy looks, checks, brings it home to ball. Fastball low. 1-2 the count, 2 down. We are in the third inning. 2-1 Mountain Grove. Key SCA matchup for the Salem Tigers. Pitch to Corby Ball, comes home high and tight, 2-2. Hoy with a fastball. That fastball starting to lose a little bit of its zing. Cash Howard stands on deck if Corby can keep it going. The 2-2 pitch. Comes home, swing and a foul straight back. Shakes that screen right up when you're watching it on KSMO Media. Looks like a little mini earthquake when that screen wiggles, wiggles. 2-2 the count. Hoy checks the sign from Golden. Brings it home, swing and a miss. High fastball. And Corby Ball down on strikes. That is the 6th strikeout for the right-hander for Mountain Grove. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. We've now played 3 full innings. It's Mountain Grove 2, Salem 1. Back in a minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
It's only because of our incredible sponsors that we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events. Some of these sponsors include Looking Glass Salon, Candy Mink and Katie Carty, On the Spot Auto Glass, Hub's Tire Center, Ozark Overhead Door, The Technology Junkyard, Legends Automotive LLC, Flying W Boutique, Salem License Bureau, and New Life Auto. Be sure to thank these sponsors for bringing you Salem Tiger sports and community events.
And we welcome you back to the Salem High School Baseball Field Complex. To the 4th inning we go, 2-1 Mountain Grove. Roy Stevens, who came in the 3rd inning, balked a run home. And that run is the difference right now, but that run was charged to Edwards. After the walk, stolen base, and then he advanced on the ground out. That was Sam Peterson that came home to score. So it will be Hutzel, Murphy, and Thompson here in the 4th inning. Hutzel struck out his first time up. Right-handed batter. Plays first base for the Panthers in their burgundy jerseys. Pitch comes home, a fastball first strike. I'd like to thank On the Spot Auto Glass for being a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. What they do is in their name. They change out your auto glass on the spot. Get in touch with them. Another fastball for a strike at 573-247-3608. Or you can check them out on Facebook. On the Spot Auto Glass, proud to support your Salem Tigers. Pitch comes in, a foul down the right side. High fastball, fouled off by Hutzel. Murphy, Thompson, they want to take their time at bat as well. Coming up here in this 4th inning. Garrett Hutzel, the pitch from Stevens, and a chop foul at the plate. He had him out in front on the off-speed pitch, but he was able to foul it at the plate. Partly cloudy skies here on a gorgeous afternoon. A little breezy, but otherwise not bad for baseball. And the pitch, high and tight with a fastball. 1-2 the count. Top of the 4th, 2-1 Panthers. Stevens, the sign from Du Bois, brings it sidearm and just missed. 2-2. That could have gone either way. Didn't get the call. Now, the next one comes home and a line drive base hit up the middle. So you missed getting the 3rd strike call. And then a single by Hutzel and a line drive. So leadoff single by Hutzel, and Caden Murphy stands in. He grounded to second his first time up. Murphy playing second base. Right-handed batter stands in. That ball in on the hands of Hutzel, but he got enough of it to drive it into center field. The pitch, runner going. Throw to second base is not in time. It was too high. A better throw would have had him, but that one was high, and a stolen base by Hutzel. Silas's throw was about head high on Blake Edwards, and by the time he caught the ball and put the tag down, Hutzel had slid it into the bag. Pitch comes home. A bunt attempt, bunted foul down that first base line by Caden Murphy, looking to move that runner over. A runner at second, nobody out here in the fourth inning with Mountain Grove already up 2-1. Murphy gets back in. Thompson on deck. Stevens a sign from Du Bois. Rings it, and a foul backing out of play on a high off-speed pitch. Murphy trying to bunt that ball, which was probably out of the strike zone. He gets back in. 1-2 to count. Nobody out. Stevens brings it, and that is a little high. Not much. Murphy has another chance. Stands back in. 2-2 count to pitch, and that ball hit him. That ball hit him on the arm, and that'll make it first and second with nobody out for Skip Thompson. He's going to feel that one. Fastball in on his forearm. And looks like they may pinch run for Murphy. Maybe not. Coach kind of asked him how he's doing. He said he's okay. So first and second. Pitch from Stevens comes in. A fastball in the inside corner for a strike. Thompson walked his first time. Infield in at first and even with a bag at third. Play would be at third if there's a bunt attempt here. The pitch coming home. Cross arm fire, and then was a little bit low. Roy likes to sometimes swing that arm outside arm and crossfire, but that one didn't work. 1-1 to count. A 1-1 pitch, a swing and a miss. Big cut there by Thompson. Gardner's on deck, and then Unger. We're in the top of the fourth inning. 2-1, Mountain Grove on top, but they're threatening to add more. And the 1-2 comes home, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out with a high fastball. That was out of strike zone. But Thompson wailed at it. He didn't get it. Gardner will stand in. He struck out his first time up. Hutzel at second base. Murphy at first. Bobbitt cheats in at first base to pitch. Check swing with a strike call on the outside corner. Barrett trying to get in behind Hutzel a little bit. Keep him close. Stevens brings it. Fastball high. 1-1. Getting a little crossfire there. Just stayed up. Salem will be at Sullivan tomorrow, weather permitting, 4:30. Pitch comes in. That's a strike. Good pitch on the outer half of the plate. 1-2 to count. Roy pitches off the very edge of the first base side of that pitching mound. Or pitching rubber, I should say, on the mound. The 1-2 tried to, again, crossfire, and that one sailed outside. 2-2 to count. Hutzel at second. Murphy at first. One down. Pitch coming to Gardner. It is. A little bit low and inside. That's 3-2. One run the first, one run the third for Mountain Grove. Salem got one a second. 2-1 our score. The pitch and a pop fly down the right side. That ball's going to blow out of play. Ball blew back quite a bit. That wind coming out of south is fairly brisk. I have to say 15 to 20 mile an hour. As that ball curled back towards the Mountain Grove dugout. 3-2 to count, one down. Brett Gardner waits at the plate. He steps back in. Stevens looks in, he's ready. The 3-2 pitch comes home and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Good fastball on the outer edge, and Destin Unger will stand in. Unger, who struck out looking in the first time. He stood in back in the second inning. He showed bunt twice. Pitch comes home, swing and a miss. Actually foul tipped it into the catcher's glove of Cy Dubois. 2 down here, top of the fourth. The pitch comes home. That pitch just a little bit low. In the fourth inning for Salem, Howard, Edwards, Bobbitt. Down by 1. Tigers need to rally. Pitch to Unger. That's a strike. Good fastball by Roy on the outside edge. 1-2. This is SCA baseball. Mountain Grove and Salem to pitch. Way outside. Good play by Du Bois to reach for that one. 2-2. Top of the order, Sam Peterson waits on deck. The stretch. The pitch by Stevens. Took something off, and it's strike 3 call at the letters as he threw a curveball, and that ball hung, but Unger was caught looking for the 4th strikeout for Stevens. No runs, 1 hit. A hit by batsman, 2 left. We've now played and then 3.5 innings. 2 to the bottom of the 4th we go. Mountain Grove 2, Salem Tigers 1. Back in a minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Bundle auto, home, and life and save up to 25%. American Family Insurance.
The Bank of Salem was founded in 1883 on the principles of local ownership, a commitment to the people of our community, local decisions, and a conservative approach to banking. As one of the oldest locally owned banks in the Ozarks, we've had the privilege to serve generations of local families. We pride ourselves on dedication to our customers and the people of Dent County, and we take pride in being an important part of it for years to come. The Bank of Salem, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
2-1 our score at the bottom of the 4th we go. I would like to thank our friends at New Life Auto for bringing you Salem Tiger Baseball and Lady Tiger Softball. 583 Highway 68 North in Salem. Remember, they can put new life into your vehicle. Let them do so. Give them a call, 573-453-2757. New Life Auto, proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. Cash Howard stands in. Cash got his first time up. Need to get something started here off of Braden Hoy. Pitch to Howard outside with a fastball. Bottom of the inning brought to you by Willie Strader Farm Bureau Insurance. Remember, for all of life's little happenings, they've got the right coverage for you. 573-729-4941. And they'll make sure you have the right coverage you need. Willie Strader and Farm Bureau Insurance. Foul off to the left side by Cash. Lefty gets back in. He crowds the plate a little bit as the pitch from Hoy comes home. There's a high pop fly left field. Harker out there. The wind's going to continue to blow it a little bit towards his left, and he makes the catch. Blake Edwards will stand in. Cash got underneath that one. And as I say that, the wind pretty well died down to virtually nil. Edwards walked his first time. Pitch from Hoy to Edwards. That's a strike call. Blake, right-handed batter, waits. As the 0-1 comes home, there's a foul off to the right side. 0-2. Bottom of the fourth inning, Salem down by a run, 2-1. Lead run came in on a balk. Edwards stands in. The 0-2 pitch from Hoy. And that is strike three. Blake Edwards took the fastball. He's called out on strike. 7th strikeout for Hoy. And Bob, who struck out his first time, stands in. The Tiger bat's not moving much today. They have not had much against Mr. Hoy. Only one hit and a swing and a miss by Bobbitt. Double by Roy Stevens in the third inning. All the Salem Tigers have for offense besides a couple of walks and an error. Pitch coming to Bobbitt again. Here comes fastball, line drive to right. That's going to fall for a base hit. Goes off the knee of the right fielder, Gardner, but Bobbitt will have a single. That'd have been a key hit back in the second inning, but he didn't get that pitch. Pitch was up and in. The inside outed it to right. And Jackson Ralston, who reached on an error by their second baseman, Cade Murphy. Pass from the right side. 2 down, runner at first base. Not much shaking right now for the Tigers. Braden Hoy brings home the next one. This one's a strike on the outside corner to Ralston. Dannon Berry stands on deck. 0-1 to count, 2 down. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Hoy steps off the rubber, now gets back on. He checks the runner and brings it home. Ball low and outside. Remember, on the radio side, we got Cardinal baseball coming your way from Cincinnati. At the conclusion of this one, 4-game series with the Reds. The 1-1 count, pitch comes in, a foul back. Ralston chased that one up, fouled it straight back. Salem and Sullivan scheduled for tomorrow, 4:30 at Sullivan. And then Salem versus Thayer Thursday. Again, weather permitting right now. 1-2 count. Pitch comes home. Inside and low. 2-2 on Jackson Ralston. Bobbitt with a very short lead at first base. Hoy from the stretch looks, checks, brings it. Fastball and a pop fly towards the dugout and out of play. Over top of the Mountain Road dugout. The winds have died down here quite a bit. Now just a light breeze out of the south. Ralston back in. Bobbitt ready at first base. The pitch comes home. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 8 strikeouts for Hoy, and the catcher had to tag him out unassisted. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. 4 innings are in the books. It's 2-1 Mountain Grove. We'll come back in a minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
It's only because of our incredible sponsors that we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events. Some of these sponsors include Jet Tire and Auto, Salem's only licensed Lucas Oil Service Center. Drive in today at 800 South Park Avenue right here in Salem. Moe's Cleaning Service, LLC, the only cleaning service you'll ever need. Give them a call at 573-201-0430 and get Moe for your money.
Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Town & Country Supermarkets. It's easy. Download the Town & Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available. Then clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop in the store for your favorite items, then tell us your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan this QR code to learn more and start saving more today.
Baseball doubleheader in KSMO. Right now, the Salem Tigers need a run. They trail it 2-1 against Mountain Grove. And we go to the top of the fifth inning, and the outs, well, they're getting slimmer. Top of the order for the Panthers, Sam Peterson, Trace Harker, and Braden Hoy.
How about a number 1, Sam Peterson?
Peterson is 0 for 2, really. But they only counted one of those at bats at first. He's walked and scored the game leading run right now on a balk back in the third inning. He takes a strike. Harker in next, a pitch from Stevens. That's another strike. Well, it should have been another strike. Pitch right on the outside edge. Did not get the umpire's blessing. 1-1 to count. Wow, good pitch. Peterson struck out his first time up. Pitch from Stevens. Pitch sailed outside. 2-1. Fifth inning action. Mountain Grove leading it by a run. Stevens ready to pitch to Peterson. That pitch is lowered away. Not a lot of hits in this game. Mountain Grove has 3 of them. Salem has 2. The 3-1 pitch and a foul jammed him. And it's 3-2. Outfield straight away for Peterson. Stevens, a sign from Du Bois. The leadoff man here in the fifth. The pitch, that's high ball 4 and a leadoff walk. And that is not what you want to do. The leadoff man who's got speed. It's like giving him a double. And Trace Harker will stand in. He flew out to center his last time, struck out his first time. 0 for 2. So runner at first base. That is Peterson. Stevens throws over there. Peterson with a short lead. He'll wait to get a secondary lead once Roy gets the stretch, brings it, and the chop down third base. Alston boosts that ball, but went off the foot of the hitter. So, home plate umpire, I've not ever seen him even call a foul ball yet. Did he hold his hands up? I didn't see it. Ball looked like went off the foot of Harker. And are they going to call him out? They are. They're going to call him out. Oh, my goodness. This has become a mess. And so all the way to third base went Peterson. So that ball, which looked like went off the foot of Harker, now puts a runner at third and only 1 out for Hoy. The pitch, fastball, just missed outside. So the umpire did not say it went off his foot, did not call it that way. They called him out at first, and Peterson just kept running. Salem didn't really do anything about that. Infield in. The pitch comes home. Swinging a chopper towards Ralston. Throw comes home, and the tag is made. He's out. Good play by the Tigers. He was off on contact as Howie hit it down to third base. 5-2 on the putout. He is now at first base. As Peterson is out at the plate, it's still 2-1. Heck of a pitch by Stevens to jam Hoy, who hit a 2-hopper down to Jackson, and he fired home in plenty of time to get Sam Peterson. So Eli Gold, who has struck out and singled, stands in. Right-handed batter waits. Runner going, pitch a strike, throw to second base is offline. And it goes into center field, where Moody has trouble with it as well. Ball just did not want to be caught. That's a strike on Golden. Two down now here in the fifth inning. Runner at second base. That's Hoy. Pitch to Golden. Fastball outside. 1-1. Barrett at shortstop and Edwards at second, jockeying back and forth, trying to keep Hoy close. That pitch way high. 2-1. Two down in the fourth inning. It'll be Barry in the top of the order. I'm sorry, in the fifth inning for Salem. They got to get out of this fifth inning for Mountain Grove. The pitch and a foul off to the right side. Good fastball. He challenged him, and Golden fouled it back. Hutzel stands in next. 3 hits for Mountain Grove, 2 for Salem. This guy has one of those hits. The pitch comes home way high. 3-2. Working from the stretch, the pitch comes home way outside, ball 4. Second walk in the inning for Roy. He has hit a man, walked 2, given up a hit. Has struck out 4. And Garrett Hutzel will single to center his last time, stands in. He struck out his first time. Two to 1 to score. 2 on, 2 out. We're in the top of the fifth inning. Pitch from Stevens way high. And inside. 1-0 to count. Like Roy might be starting to run out of gas. He came in back in the third inning. Pitch comes home. Fastball. And that's a little bit outside according to the umpire, and it's 2-0. Murphy's on deck. Hutzel waits, a pitch and a high fly ball in the deep center field, but there's plenty of time for Moody. He's there, he makes the catch, and that retires the side. Hutzel got that ball up in a little bit of the jet stream and blew it back down, and there was Cade Moody waiting for it with the outstretched gloves. No runs, no hits, 2 walks, 2 left. We have played 4.5 to the bottom of the fifth we go with Mountain Grove up 2-1. We'll come back in a minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Duncan Family Chiropractic provides chiropractic care to everyone from newborn to elderly. Dr. Duncan treats wellness, sports injuries, chronic ear infections, pregnancy, and more. Ask Dr. Duncan about your full line of supplements, including Juice Plus and standard processed supplements, as well as pain relief, BioFreeze products.
If you have the audacity to believe a financial advisor should talk with you, not at you.
If you believe access to your financial advisor should be a right, not a privilege.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and Think Time make a difference.
Join us.
Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
Call Joe Brandon Salem at 729-3831.
We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. It's the Salem Tigers down by a run to Mountain Grove, 2-1. Bottom of the fifth brought to you by Willie Strader, Farm Bureau Insurance agent galore. You stop on by and visit with Willie at 1414 West of Scenic Ridge Boulevard. Find out about all the different insurances, including umbrella insurance that you can get from Farm Bureau. Simply call 573-729-4941. Farm Bureau Insurance. I'd like to thank our friends at Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center for being a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. Dr. Ashley Cunningham is a veterinarian there. You can call her for your pets or your livestock, 573-729-4031, or drop by 900 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center, Incorporated. Cardinals and the Reds just getting underway. We're going to join that contest in progress here right after Salem Tiger Baseball. How about them Blues? They've even their series at 2-2. They'll be in Winnipeg Wednesday night The game will start on KSMO Radio at 9 o'clock with the pregame show, 9:30 game time. It's the Blues and the Jets. The Blues and the Jets. That should be a lot of fun. Barry stands in. The pitch comes in. Ground ball in the hole. That might be a hit. Let's see what happens. Grabbing it is Peterson. The throw is not in time. And that'll be an infield single. Peterson had to go in the hole, knocked it down, picked it up. Barry's got pretty good speed, but I'm going to give him a base hit down there. Ball in the hole. So Silas DuBois, who's lined out to center and struck out, stands in. Big hole in that right side. If he can roll over and pull it that way. Braden Hoy, their pitcher. 2-1 Mountain Grove lead. A leadoff single. He wants to bunt. Bunts it in front of the plate. Foul ball, foul ball. Ball hit the batter in the batter's box. Strike on DuBois. Silas learned how to drag that ball down the first base line. He could definitely get some hits. 0-1 to count. Pitch from Hoy coming home. Shows a bunt and getting back in, barely getting back in is Barry. He did not slide or dive. He tried to step around Hutzel, and that was really close. Coach Carr letting him know you can't do that. His secondary lead took him a good distance out there, but throw had him beat, but he stepped around the tag of Hutzel. Throw back over there, and Dan down a foot and a half off the bag, steps back on. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. Leadoff single by Barry at first base. Nobody out. 1-1 to count to Silas DuBois, who has shown bunt. Shows it again, takes it low and outside. It's 2-1. Charging quickly is Skip Thompson at third base. DuBois from the left side. 2-1 pitch comes home. That's a strike, and he took it. Pulled the bunt back and then took it on a ball that's very buntable if he wanted to bunt, but he didn't want to bunt. 2-2 to count now. Barry at first base, nobody out. Pitch from Braden Hoy. Here it comes. Way outside, back to the screen, and Barry gets a late start and goes to second base. That was a wild pitch, way outside, back to the screen, and I don't know if Dannon couldn't see the ball or not, but it took a very late start to go to second. He's there. 3-2 count. DuBois trying to tie this game. Pitch comes home and a swing and a miss. He struck him out on a pitch out of the strike zone. Ball was tailing away from him, and DuBois cut at it and missed. And there's one out. Not a good at bat for Silas DuBois, who pulled the bat back on a pitch he was trying to bunt and showed bunt, and then took a wild pitch and then swung at one out of the strike zone. Pitch comes to Cade Moody, low and away, outside, ball one. Every at bat, you should try and get something accomplished. My coach always told me that. Try and do something positive at that at bat. 1-0 to count. Pitch to Moody. Here it comes. Swinging a grounder foul outside the first base line. Like Caden was trying to go to right field. 1-1 to count, one down. Man at second base, that's Dannon Barry. Dannon's got decent speed. I won't call him a speedster. He's got the long legs. Once he gets going, though, he's got that long stride. 1-1 to count. Pitch comes home. There's a high fly ball in the left field. Going back is Harker. Going back, going back, going back. He makes the catch, and Barry is not tagging, and he will be still at second base. Moody got that one up in the air, and Harker made a good play, just a little bit too high up in the air, and he had to reach and get it. Barry was not tagging. He's still at second base for Roy Stevens. So a leadoff base hit. He is still at second base. 2 down now. And Stevens, who's doubled and struck out, takes it low. Well, if Du Bois had bunted, and if Barry had been a third on the wild pitch, a lot of ifs, might have been a sacrifice fly there, but can only assume. That's why every bat we say is a key at bat. 2-0 to count to Stevens. Corby Ball's on deck if Roy can keep it going. Pitch in the dirt. Not far enough for Dan and Barry to get away, as Golden did a good job of kind of surrounding that. 3-0 to count. Pitch coming to Stevens. Here it is. That's right down the middle for a strike. That's a get-me-over fastball, and Roy took it. 3-1 to count. Barry at second base, 2 down. The pitch from Hoy. Line drive up the middle, that's a base hit. Here comes Barry. He will score as Unger has trouble with it. Big turn by Stevens, but he'll check up at first base, and we're tied 2-2. Ball out over the plate, and Roy ripped it in the center for an RBI single. 2-2 score. As Unger came in, the ball trickled underneath his glove for an easy RBI single by Roy Stevens, and Corby Ball stand in. Tigers, it runs down to second here in the 5th. Ball was up, out over the plate. Roy put a nice swing on that one. Just sent it back where it came from and drove in the tying run. Ball has walked, scored, and struck out. Pitch to Corby coming home. Low and outside. The hole's on the right side where Roy's being held on by Garrett Hutzel. Ball waits. Hoy looks, checks, brings it. Swing and a miss. Ball appeared to be a little bit down, but Corby liked it. And now the pitcher goes into a stretch, and ball's not even in the batter's box. Corby gets in now. He's ready. Umpire tells the pitcher, okay. 1-1 pitch from Hoy. That's high. 2-1. Cash Howard's on deck if Corby can keep it going here in the 5th. We're tied at 2 now. In this very important SCA game for the Salem Tigers. Mountain Grove trying to play the spoiler this year. The pitch comes in, a foul straight back. 2-2 to count. 2 down. Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media. Hope you're enjoying the game. It'll be Murphy, Thompson, and Gardner for Mountain Grove in the 6th. Short lead by Stevens. The 2-2, the ball. On the way home, here it is. Runner going, and a swing and a foul backing out of play. Howard waits on deck if Corby can keep it going here. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Tie ball game at 2. Braden Hoy, big sigh, gets back up on the hill from the stretch. The pitch comes home and a swing and a miss on a straight change. Corby Ball way out in front. That is a 10th strikeout for Hoy in the game, but the Salem Tigers get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and there was a man left. We have now played 5 full here at the Salem High School Baseball Field Complex. It's Mountain Grove 2, Salem 2. Back in a minute. Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
Hi, I'm Susie Cahill, Director of Healthy Dent County Fitness Center. Are you looking for a place to begin your journey to better health? Come inside. Never in my life have I been in another atmosphere where everyone was so friendly and eager to help others. It's not just the staff, it's the members. They are so passionate about what they do and so excited to help you. If you're ready to begin your journey to better health, come by and see us.
Corby Ball will check in, and he'll take over here in the 6th inning. Stevens goes 3 1/3. He gave up. No, he goes 1/3. Excuse me. 2 1/3. He gave up a total of 1 hit, 2 walks to hit batsman. He struck out 4. Gave up no runs, though his balk did bring in the run to gave Mountain Grove the lead back in the 3rd. Well, Hayden Ragsdale goes to left field. Stevens back to short. Edwards stays at 2nd, and Baird comes out of the game as Hayden Ragsdale goes to left field. So Ball will be facing Murphy, Tops, and Gardner. We always appreciate all of our great sponsors make it possible for us to bring you Salem Tiger Sports. We really do thank all of them all season long for allowing us to bring you Tiger basketball, football, volleyball, baseball, softball, Christmas parades, 4th of July parades, graduation, FFA 4-H auction, a lot of stuff. It's all right here on KSMO Media. We thank all those great sponsors. Without them, we can't do it. And if we can't do it, you don't see it or hear it. So again, thank you very much to all of our great sponsors for being a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. All right, Caden Murphy, who has been hit by a pitch and grounded out, he'll lead things off. Got hit on that left forearm on a fastball by Roy Stevens back in the 4th inning. Corby Ball will stand in. Corby's first pitch comes in and almost hit him again. Pitch inside. Shallow for Murphy, not very big guy. Ragsdale probably the deepest of all the outfielders. As the 1-0 comes in, that ball's outside and high. It's 2-0. The ball does not come in throwing strikes. Third pitcher of the day for the Salem Tigers. Edwards started. Pitch comes in. That's a strike on the outside corner. Edwards, 1 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Stevens, 2 1/3, 1 hit, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, and a balk. And a hit batsman. Pitch. That almost hit him again. 3-1. 3-1 to count. Caden Murphy waits. Corby Ball trying to get that pitch over the plate, and that's too high. He walks him. Leadoff walk. As the Tigers tie it up, Corby comes in and walks the leadoff man. That's not what Coach Edwards wanted, I guarantee you that. Skip Thompson will stand in. He has walked and struck out. Nobody out. Murphy at first base. Corby Ball looks in. Third baseman takes it high, ball 1. So right now Corby can't find his release point. 8-5-1 Salem coming into this one 7-11 Mountain Grove. They're 2-4 in the conference. Salem 4-1. Pitch comes in, a swing and a foul. Got that one over the plate. Took a little something off it and had Thompson off, a little bit off. Fouled it back. Nice contingent on the hill today and up around the parking area. A little light in the stands today. 1-1 to count, nobody out. We're in the top of the 6th inning. 2-2 our score. The pitch from Corby Ball. Runner going high. The push is right there, and he is out. Du Bois with a great throw. Stevens put it down, and they got Murphy. 2-6 on the put out, trying to steal. Nice throw by Du Bois. That one right on the money. Stevens just had to drop the glove and let Murphy slide into it, which he did. 2-1 to count to Thompson. Ball brings it home. That's high and tight, ball 3. And again, he's struggling with his control.
3 balls, 1 strike. Top of the 6th inning. All knotted up at 2.
Tigers straight away for this hitter here with 1 out now in the 6th. Ball ready, brings home the next one. Grounder, I should say foul straight back. Lost side of the ball there for just a second as it fouled right into the crossbar here at the fence. Couldn't see where it went. It looked like it might be going up the middle, but came right back, hit the fence. 3-2 to count, 1 down. We are in the top of the 6th inning with a 2-2 game. Ball ready. I'm thinking off speed pitch. Here it comes. And a swing and a grounder towards Ralston. He has it at third. Throw across is in time. And there's 2 down. 5-3 on the put out. And Brett Gardner will stand in. Brett has struck out twice. In the 6th inning for the Salem Tigers, Cash Howard, Blake Edwards, Briar Bobbitt. 2-2 our score right now with 2 down in the top of the 6th. Corby Ball needs to tie his shoes. Salem and Sullivan tomorrow, 4:30 if the weather allows. And then a big key SCA matchup on Thursday with the Thayer Bobcats. Again, 4:30 start time there. And again, weather is supposed to become somewhat dominant here the next day or two. We'll just have to see how that all plays out. Over here Wednesday night, Blues hockey back on. 9 o'clock pregame show, 9:30 game time to take on the Jets in Game 5 of the best-of-7 series. It's tied at 2 games apiece. Standing in is Gardner as Ball brings it home. That fastball again high. A lot of extra pitches for Corby in this inning. Blues, after losing Game 1 and 2, absolutely blitzed Winnipeg on Thursday and again on Sunday, winning Sunday 5-1. 7-2, I believe the game was on Friday. Check swing, foul off to the plate to the right side. Ball was just a little bit off the edge, and trying to stop the swing was Gardner, but he fouled it off to the first base side. 1-1 our count, 2 down. Bottom of the 6th inning. Ball ready. He's going to bring the next pitch. It's on its way. And a chopper towards Ball back. He's got it. Flips it to first base. That's going to retire the side. 1-3 on that put out on a tapper back to Corby Ball. No runs, no hits, a walk, a man out stealing, and nobody left. We've now played 5.5. To the bottom of the 6th inning we go with the Salem Tigers up on top by a score. No, they're not. It's 2-2 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Back in a minute. Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center in Salem is here for all of your veterinary needs. From your house cat to a herd of cattle, Dr. Cunningham and her expert staff are here to help. Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center is committed to providing your animals with the highest level of care and support. Schedule an appointment today for checkups, boarding, surgery, supplies, or even 24/7 emergency services for established clients. Stop by or call in today and get the veterinary care that your pets deserve.
Progressive Ozark Bank is proud to announce a better way to manage your debit card fraud alerts. Instead of a phone call, customers will receive a message on their text-enabled numbers if there is a concern on a debit card transaction. It's fast and easy. Want to find out how you can get fraud text alerts on your phone? Drop by or call Progressive Ozark Bank for more information. Progressive Ozark Bank, FDIC insured, where people matter.
Well, Howie went 6 innings. They have 4 hits, 2 runs. Parsons will come on to pitch. He's the lefty as Howie goes to shortstop.
Welcome back to Panther Baseball and home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99.
Trying to see all the players out there. Looks like
Six on left to right. All knotted up, 2-2.
so Parsons will continue his warm-up tosses.
Excuse me. Howie goes to the left. Excuse me. My bad.
And everybody else stays the
Peterson
same.
stays at short.
Peterson. Defense looks like this. Skip Thompson.
So Braden Howie goes over to left field.
Murphy at second. Hudson at first. Golden behind the gate.
Out in right field is number 21, and that is Trace Harker. So he goes
And on the bump, Briar Parsons has come in and given us
to right field.
Let's see if he can hold it tight here.
Leading off for the Tigers.
And Parsons checks in at pitch.
Think so? After my job, huh?
So Parsons comes in for Gardner.
Good. We need to hire guys for weekend duty.
Briar Parsons, lefty, standing in. He will face Howard. Edwards, Briar Bobbitt, the pitch, crossfire and missed outside. Ball one. 2-2 our score.
Hit from the left side.
Pitch comes home, high and outside.
Outside, 2 balls, no strikes on Howard. It's Howard.
10 strikeouts in the game for Howie.
Bobbitt has the only other base hit besides
As left-handed batter Howard swings and fouls it.
ball. Count goes 2 balls, 1 strike. Here in the bottom of the
2 walks.
2-2's your score.
Gave up a total of 4 hits. 2-2 our score, 2-1 count. Howard waits a pitch from Parsons, swing and a miss. Good high fastball riding away from Cash Howard. He quickly tried to get that bat around and make contact, but it was by him. 2-2 pitch comes home, swing and a high pop-up on the infield. Who calls for it? It is Murphy, and he makes the catch. Howard pops up. Blake Edwards will stand in. Ball right on the hands of Cash, and he just popped it straight up. Blake has walked, struck out. 0 for 1 officially. Stevens leading away with 2 hits today. Pitch comes in, it hit him. It hit Edwards right in the shoulder or right in the back of the neck. So Blake was hit there on the helmet. It looked like kind of on the backside of the helmet, bounded away, and with 1 down, a man on first base, that's the lead run for Briar Bobbitt, who struck out and then singled to right. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Parsons facing Bobbitt. From the stretch, Parsons looks, short lead. Pitch comes in high and tight on Bobbitt. Ball kept coming inside on him, and Briar took it. Edwards at first base, not exceptionally fast. Gets a short lead. Parsons, the lefty, can look right at him. Pitch comes home. There's a high fly ball in the deep left field. Going back is Howie, going back, and he off his hand. It's a fair ball. Edwards makes the turn. He's going for third base. Bobbitt will stop at second. And that'll be a ground rule double. A double off the glove of Howie, and the ball went out of play in that back corner past the white line. I guess they could rule Edwards could come home on that, but I don't know how they could. If it should be, if it is ruled out of play, like you've said, Mr. Moody right here, he's got a better view down the line than I do, then it would definitely be a ground rule double. So we'll put, and they're going to allow the run to come home. So the player, the ball touched inbounds. It's a double. I don't know about that one because usually it's only forced from the base you're at. And Right now, they're saying it's a run. I'm not putting it in my book yet. It would be 3-2 Salem Tigers. Mountain Grove Panther coach, I believe, has a gripe. Ground rule only allows you to move 2 bases from the previous base you were at if it's called a ground rule. But I don't know what the call is going to be. Ball did go off the glove, but if it goes off the glove and out of play, it's still a ground rule. So now a conference on the mound. Looks like they're going to call it a run as Jackson Ralston will stand in. Second, it would be second and third if it is a ground rule double. If they call it, I don't know what I could have called. I didn't see where the ball went, so I can't really say and I can't judge. Because I did not see down the line, we cannot see the very down the line foul parts of the territory.
Now batting for the Tigers, number 27, Jackson Ralston.
So Ralston will stand in. They are going to count the run. And Bobbitt's going to be at third base. 1 out. If Ralston can single, drive in some insurance runs. Infield is in. Pitch comes home. High. Ball 1.
Infield is playing in. They're trying to cut the runner off at home plate. 3-2 here, bottom of the 6th.
Ralston back in. Next pitch. Line drive into right field. Right at Harker. He'll tag, and the runner not coming home. And probably a good thing. That throw is right on the money. Ralston flies out to right, and Dannon Berry will stand in with 2 out.
Number 11, Dannon Berry.
Ball was right at Harker. He didn't have to go sideways or chase it. He came in, made the catch, and then threw a good throw home. Berry did not try and score. Or I should say, Breyer did not try and score. Berry will have to try and bring him in here. With 2 out, that pitch almost hit him. Up and in. A little chin music there. 1-0 to count. Berry singled in the hole back in the 5th inning. He scored the tying run. The pitch comes home. A little bit low. Ball trickles through the wickets of the catcher, Eli Golden, but not far enough for Dannon Berry, though. He started to break down, but saw the ball was going to stop. 2-0 to count. Looking for that ball in the dirt to bound away, or looking for Dan to drive a base hit out in the field. One inside on him. He fouls it off the fist. 2-1. Silas DuBois on deck. 2 down, run is in. Salem with a 3-2 lead now here in the bottom of the 6th inning. On a double by Breyer Bobbitt. And the pitch, it hit him. It nicked him, did it not? It did. Berry is nicked by the pitch on a most likely the uniform. And I'll put Silas DuBois up with runners at first and third and 2 down. Well, getting back in is DuBois, who's lined out and struck out twice. A hit here gives Salem some insurance. Berry at first base, short lead. Parsons brings it home. DuBois takes a strike, throw to third base, and safe is Breyer Bobbitt getting back in. Wow. Very close. Again, we got these big guys not wanting to get down in the dirt. Trying to use those long legs to step back in, and Breyer Bobbitt just got back in. On a pickoff by Golden. The pitch, outside corner, but did not give him the strike. Pitch that's been kind of called all day long, and it's 2-0. DuBois trying to add to the Tiger 3-2 lead. The pitch comes home. Inside a corner for a strike. Silas crowds that plate. Took the strike. A double by Briar Bobbitt brought in Edwards, who is hit by a pitch. Pitch coming home. Strike 3 call on the outside corner as Du Bois called out on strikes, and that is the first strikeout for Parsons. But Tigers score a run. They do so on 1 hit, 2-hit batsman, and there was 2 men left. We have now played 6 full innings. It's the Salem Tigers 3, Mountain Grove 2. We'll come back in a minute. Tiger baseball on KSMO Media.
Every project is different, which is why Salem Truss uses modern engineering software to design, then construct quality trusses for your home, barn, or business. The size of the job doesn't matter, but the quality of the work does, which is why Salem Truss will deliver their trusses anywhere. Proud to support the Salem community, they're open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 to 4:30 and Friday from 7:30 until 11. For more information, call Salem Truss at 729-9276.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
We are back for the top of the 7th inning. Tigers trying to hang on to his 3-2 lead. They have runs in the 2nd, the 5th, and the 6th. Got a little bit more explanation on the double by Briar Bobbitt. Left fielder Braden Howie actually went to the corner and may have actually carried the ball out of bounds and knocked it out of bounds, and in doing so allowed the extra base to be allowed. Thusly, the man at third base comes home. The man at second base, Briar Bobbitt, got to go to third. Again, ground rules, the umpires go over that when they get here, and that is something that is hard to sometimes understand how that can play. The out of bounds play, a lot of times there's just a line, sometimes there's a fence. In this case, there's a line down there where they go back behind to the batting cages. And that ball went out over the line. So there you go. So Rusty Deacon is going to lead it off here for Mountain Grove here in the top of the 7th inning. Top of the inning brought to you as a courtesy of American Family Insurance agent Jonah Schaefer in the Crossroads, 1104 South Main Street. Stop by and visit with Jonah at your first convenience. Corby ball on the hill as Deacon stands in. He swings and misses. A foul tips it at the plate, and it goes off of Cy Du Bois. Du Bois goes out, gets the ball, and asks for a different baseball. Ball caught him, looked like on the left arm. Unger, Peterson, Harker for Mountain Grove. 7th inning action. Corby ball on the hill. Deegan waits. Pitch coming from Corby ball. That's a little bit high. 1-1 to count. Right-handed batter Deacon stands in. Tigers straight away for him, infield and outfield, as the pitch comes in from Corby ball and a swing and a miss. Nice tailing pitch. Looks like a slider right there. Just breaking off the plate. Corby nods yes to Cy Du Bois and brings it a little bit low with that one. 2-2. Ball was on the inside half. 7th inning action. Corby ball on the hill. The stretch. Here's the pitch. And strike call. He called him out on a high fastball. And Peterson out on strikes. First strikeout for ball. And Trace Harker will stand in. He's 0 for 3. Ground out to third. Flew out to center and also struck out. On his ground out to third, it appeared that Harker had actually grounded it off his foot. Umpire didn't give him the benefit of the doubt. So 1 down. Pitch coming to Harker. Here it is. Swing and a miss. I'm sorry, by Peterson. So Unger called out on strikes. Excuse me. Harker is on deck. Peterson has walked twice and struck out. He swings at one, chops it, that goes foul. Du Bois let that ball go foul. Doesn't stay. But then you have to touch it. You just leave it and sit there, and that ball could easily spin back. But a good job. He picks it up while it was in foul territory. So Peterson standing in with an 0-2 count. Ball trying to get out the second man, the leadoff man for Mountain Grove. And the 0-2 comes home, and a swing and a chopper over his head. That's going to be a tough play for Edwards. He'll get to it, no play. That'll be an infield single. So a base hit, chopper right over the head of Corby Ball, and Trace Harker will stand in. Harker playing right field in that last inning. Corby Ball looks, checks. Runner not going way high with a fastball. Surprised that Peterson is not running. He is very fast. Leadoff single here in the 7th inning. Harker, right-handed batter waits. Throw over there and easily back. 3-2, Salem on top. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Looking in, Corby Ball. Brings it. Swinging a high foul, backing out of play. 1-1. 1 down. Mountain Grove scored in the 1st and 3rd innings. Salem in the 2nd, 5th, and 6th innings. Lead by Peterson, not moving. Now he steps off, does Corby Ball. And Peterson back to the bag. Harker back in. Ball looks in, checks the runner from the stretch. The pitch and a high fly ball to left field, coming over is Ragsdale, and he can't make the play. Ball falls in front of him. Peterson's going to third base, and the throw is not going to be in time there. Gets away, and another man's going to go to second base. So Harker loops one down the left field line for a base hit, and then Peterson goes to third base as Ragsdale couldn't come up with it cleanly, knocked it down, and then slipped. So the runners will be at second and third with 1 out. And Braden Hoy will stand in. He is singled and grounded out twice. Once into a fielder's choice at home plate. So Corby Ball's got his work cut out for him. Second and third, and 1 out to pitch to Hoy, and a little bit low. So an off the bat, down the line fly ball, and Ragsdale couldn't get to it. Second and third. Pitch from Ball comes home, it's way high, and it's 2-0. Eli Golden waits on deck. Howie 1 for 3 today. The pitch comes home. Strike on the outside corner. 3-2 Salem, but Mountain Grove threatening here. Second and third, only 1 out. Big lead for Harker at second base. He's behind Roy Stevens. The pitch comes home and a foul straight back, and it's 2-2. Well, if Corby's got a secret pitch, something really off speed and slow, and they can catch that runner or batter looking, this is the time. 2-2 to count. Howie waits for the right side. And a 2-2 pitch comes home and a swing and chopper towards Stevens. The throw comes home and it is in time. And Du Bois has it and he's out. Stevens' throw was into the runner. And now Du Bois is down.
That's twice.
And the runner kind of came in hard on Du Bois, did not slide. He actually came in with his shoulder down. And so Cy Du Bois is shaken up. And Coach Edwards is back there talking to his catcher. Grounder to Stevens. Stevens threw the ball to the inside part, the third base side of the plate. Cy reached in, got it, tagged the runner who did not slide. He came in low blow. So Peterson is out on the fielder's choice.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 14, Eli Golden.
So Eli Golden, who's got a hit and a walk today, will stand in. First and third with 2 outs.
Second leading hitter on the team steps in.
And Coach Edwards going to come out and talk to his hurler and the infield. 3-2, Salem on top. 3-hopper to Stevens, who got that ball and threw home quickly. Cy Du Bois had to reach in. The runner's bearing down on him. He made the catch and then just absolutely got pummeled. And in that case, Peterson did not slide. He actually kind of came in high. And ran right over Du Bois. He was out. Du Bois held on to the ball. And I think that may also been a little bit to help out Cy get his head a little clearer. So Harker down third. Howie at first base. Golden at the plate. 2 down, 7th inning. Corby Ball looks in. Eli Golden, the catcher for the Mound Grove Panthers. The pitch, a swing and a ground ball foul, just down the line, foul, and back to first base goes Howie, who had that base stolen easy. Salem will probably concede that base anyway. Golden back in. Ball looks in. Hoy again. He's running. The pitch outside low, knocked down by Cy. So a stolen base for Howie, and it's 1-1 to count. 2 down. Garrett Hutzel's on deck. Golden waits. Right-handed batter. Ball checks. Brings it. A little bit low, 2-1. Try a little bit something off speed outside. Harker at third. Howie at second. 3-2, Salem Tiger lead. Ball on a 2-1 count. Pitch to Golden, way high, ball 3. Two hits in this inning. After a leadoff strikeout, Peterson had a little chopper over the head of Ball. Harker hit a ball down the line. And then Howie grounded in fielder's choice. The 3-1 count comes home. That's a strike, 3-2. Golden looked like he was kind of taking all the way. Corby Ball looks, checks. And a 3-2 pitch and a high fly ball to center. Moody is there. Moody has it. The Tigers win it by a score of 3-2. As Moody had all kinds of time to get there. Wind even blowing from right to left. Moved that ball a little bit over, but Caden had plenty of time to get there. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. Salem Tigers win this one 3-2 to go to 5-1 in the SCA, and they could clinch at least a piece of the SCA championship with a win over Thayer on Thursday. What a game, as last year Mountain Grove edged Salem to take away their undefeated season. This year the Tigers get the payback and beat Mountain Grove by a score of 3-2. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back. Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Southtown Furniture. Southtown, where the bargains are. We've got everything from furniture to appliances. Quality floor covering. We won't be undersold, you'll see. To you, that is our guarantee. Southtown Furniture, where the bargains are.
It's officially home buying season and the market is heating up. Buying a home is a huge decision and where to get your home loan is just as important. Don't buy your home without checking into Riverways Federal Credit Union's great rates and service. Riverways is not for profit and has more ways to say yes, and you can apply in less than 5 minutes. Need a pre-approval to help seal the deal? We've got you covered. Get started at Riverways FCU today. Riverways Federal Credit Union, located in Rolla, Salem, and Cuba.
Your legacy. Protect it, prosper, and pass it on. Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, specializes in real estate, estate planning, probate, family law, and business law. A Salem native, Stephen Patterson provides comprehensive representation to clients throughout southern Missouri. If you need assistance, contact Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, at 573-453-2529.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
With tax season fast approaching, you might have some questions that you need answered. If so, give the Tax Masters a call. They have over 40 years of experience and can handle all types of accounting services plus certified e-filing. Don't ever let yourself be a slave to the IRS. Come and see Jackie or Beth at Tax Masters, located at 107 West 4th Street here in Salem, or call 729-3001.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
Well, what a game. Salem Tigers winning 3-2. They trailed in this game 2-1. Got a run in the 5th, tie it, run to 6 to win it, and they beat Mountain Grove 3-2 to go to 5-1 in the SCA Conference. And with a win over Thayer, they'll share at least a piece of the SCA Conference and could win it outright. Many of the teams will be playing their final SCA games next week, so we may not know the final outcome of it. But the win Thursday, Salem will have at least a piece of that SCA title. Time for our postgame show, brought to you by United Country Salem Realty. Remember, you can save time and money if you're just looking at Missouri for real estate with United Country Salem Real Estate. They can do it right here in Dent County. But if you're looking elsewhere, other parts of the world, they can help you as well. 573-729-3148 or stop by 605 South Main. Bad Bear Wells broker owner, that's United Country Salem Realty, bringing you our postgame show. Well, it was an interesting game. Mountain Grove got out to a 1-0 lead in this one after 2 were out. A base hit by Brandon Hoy. Then Eli Golden got a base hit on a throwing error. by Cash Howard. Runners ended up at second and third. And then a wild pitch brought home Huey to make it 1-0. In the second inning for the Salem Tigers, a leadoff walk to Corby Ball. A wild pitch sent him to second. A wild pitch sent him to third. Blake Edwards also had reached on a walk, and he was wild pitched to second. And he was second and third with 2 down when Jackson Ralston grounded one to second. It was bobbled there by Caden Murphy, and he was able to beat that throw out. That made it a 1-1 game. In the third inning, a leadoff walk to Sam Peterston. He sold second. A fly out to center by Trace Harker, and then a ground out by Brandon Hoy sent him to third. And on Eli Golden while he was at the plate, and the Tigers changed pitchers from Blake Edwards over to Roy Stevens. Roy balked and brought in the run to make it 2-1 Mountain Grove. In the fifth inning, a leadoff single by Danenberry on the infield. He was sent by a wild pitch to second base. Du Bois struck out. Moody flew out, but then Stevens singled on a line drive up the middle to drive home Danenberry for the only RBI in the game, and that made it a 2-2 game. And then in the sixth inning for the Salem Tigers, after Howard popped out, Blake Edwards was hit on the batting helmet with a pitch, and Briar Bobbitt doubled down the third base line, which would have made it second and third. But the left fielder, Braden Hoy, actually took the ball out of bounds that allowed another base to be had, and that brought home the game-winning run with Blake Edwards scoring. Bobbitt ended up at third. Jackson Ralston flew out. Barry got hit by a pitch, but Du Bois could not add to the lead as he struck out, and that was it, 3-2 in the seventh inning. A leadoff strikeout for Rusty Deacon, who pinch hit for Destin Unger, and then an infield single by Sam Peterson up the middle. Trace Harker then singled on the left field line. That Ragsdale did a good job. Hayden got over there, got a glove on it, but then tried to come to a quick stop and slid on the grass. He got back up, threw the ball into third, but Peterson was already there and was second and third at that time. And then Braden Hoy grounded to short. Roy Stevens threw out Peterson trying to score, and there were 2 out, and then Eli Golden then flew out to center, and the Tigers held on to win it by a final score of 3-2. Roy Stevens with 2 hits in the game, a double in the third, single in the fifth, had the only RBI in the contest. Briar Bobbitt had 2 hits, a single and a double, and then 1 hit for Danenberry. That's a 5 Salem Tiger hits in the game that they had, and it just was not a big hit-filled game for anybody at all. So tough way to go, really, for on both teams as far as the pitching was that good. For the Mountain Grove Panthers, Sam Peterson 1 for 2, Trace Harker 1 for 4, Braden Hoy 1 for 4 with a run scored, and then Eli Golden had a base hit in the first inning, and Garrett Hutzel had a base hit in the fourth inning. That was 5 hits for Mountain Grove. Edwards went 1 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Stevens 2 1/3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, and a balk, and he also hit a man. And then Ball came in 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. He gets the win for the Salem Tigers. Braden Hoy went 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts, and 1 hit by pitch. And then it was Briar Parsons coming in, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned, no walks, 1 strikeout, and he hit 2 guys, one of which came to home to be the game-winning runs. The Salem Tigers win this one 3-2. They're 9-5-1 on the year, and they're 5-1 in the SCA. One more win, and they'll share that SCA title, and they'll get that chance on Thursday when the Thayer Bobcats come to town. And if you're kind of watching the game on KSMO Media, if you missed it, don't forget to go back and watch that game again on our KSMO Media YouTube page or Facebook. It was a good one to watch as Salem wins it by a final score of 3-2. Hope you enjoyed the contest here on KSMO. We've got another game coming up with the St. Louis Cardinals in Cincinnati taking on the Reds. That game we're going to join in progress right as soon as we leave here. I want to thank Ben for doing the video work, Sally for working the station knobs and controls and dials back there. And my name is Stan Stevens. Thanks for joining us for Tiger Baseball as they win it 3-2. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll be at Sullivan, 4:30, weather permitting, right here on KSMO Radio, 1340 AM and 95.7. And we audio stream that game tomorrow on KSMO Media. That's KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube. For all of you joining us, thanks for being with us. Now stay tuned. Cardinal Baseball comes your way right after this. Have a great evening. Good night from the Salem High School Baseball Field Complex.
Thank you for watching this KSMO Media broadcast of Salem Tiger Sports. This game was brought to you by Town & Country Insurance, Tax Masters, Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, State Farm Insurance, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank, Stephen Patterson, Attorney at Law, Riverways Federal Credit Union, Healthy Dent County Prevention Coalition, K&H Auto Supply, Farm Bureau Insurance, Country Mart, the Bank of Salem, Napa Mooney Auto Supply, Your World Today, Town Screen, New Life Auto, Salem License Bureau, Legends Automotive, On the Spot Auto Glass, Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center, Jet Tire and Auto, The Technology Junkyard, American Family Insurance, United Country Real Estate, Southtown Furniture, Healthy Dent County, Ozark Overhead Door, Hubs Tire Center, Looking Glass Salon, Flying W Boutique, and Discount Bins of Salem. Thanks to those fine sponsors, we're able to bring you Salem Tiger Sports and community events right here on KSMO Media.